Building. Alpha Ones is in the building. We're running late, but we're here. Alpha, you got a game going? Let's put something in the let's get it going. I mean, we're trying things up. We're doing different tests, different brains and things like that. What are we gonna do? What do I need to have right now? Honestly, guys, I just got home. I got my hair cut right now. Drew cut my hair I took him out of retirement. Shout out Drew, right? I had to go to his house. I had to go to his house today. He moved. He doesn't cut anymore. He retired. I took him out of retirement. We're normally on time. This is the first time we've been this late. So for the stream, I haven't been streaming lately. If you guys haven't noticed, I haven't been on for a couple of days because I look too rough, man. These are rebroadcasted. These are evergreen. Because I had to get in and get out. I literally just got home. Drew was about an hour and a half haircut. Shout out Drew. This episode is brought to you by Path Water. Don't forget, we've been drinking Path all season. We got through Ramadan with it, and now we're back at it. Make sure you guys get your Path in there. Fresh one. We got season one right here, Poppies. You guys know how we do with the stream sponsors. It's been a crazy week. You guys see the board? It collapsed. Soul's really like coming in the game. Like, whoa, I thought I was expecting way more.
All right. We can hear everybody.
Hey. Yeah, I think it should be working on Twitch though.
Twitch is good now. You can hear on Twitch. Twitch is good now.
All right, Alpha Wednesdays, we're back in the building. Oh, now this stream, so I'll edit everything up until now. So now the stream is officially starting.
You already fucked it, Abe.
Fuck that algorithm, Abe.
Yeah, fuck it.
Honestly, we've already been on for more than 10 minutes while you fixed
Aviv,
the greatest diss track of all time.
Yeah, we're gonna start off with Detroit,
I saw that sign yesterday. I drove by it. Or 2 days ago, maybe. It's really bad.
I heard it looks better now that they got it lit up, but I'm sure.
Well, when I saw it, it was during the day, and it looked like complete crap. I don't know. Like, I can't believe they spent $6 million for that. Somebody made a killing.
Government contracts. That's where all the money is.
For real, though. In the wrong industry. Anything to do with the government, seems to make so much money. It's nuts.
It's wild.
All right. I think that you guys should be able to hear the,
I'ma state the fact. The sign that
Nope.
you can...
Nobody can hear it? All right, everybody go to, if you want to listen to this track, you got to go to the,
I've already listened to it.
All right,
like
I'm gonna play for the stream. This is the Detroit stand.
Now they done order us a sign off fucking Wish. Now I was looking at this
what?
shit. I was like,
The
dang,
Detroit
you
stand.
probably not gonna see this shit when you on the plane. All I wanna know how much we paid for this. How much? Real talk, man. Shit, I could have made this shit. I thought our sign was gonna look like Hollywood. No. That's probably why they put this bitch right by the hood. Thought we was about to get some shit. They really just hold us. Then gave us a sign in times of Roman.
We're playing a video, so.
Man, this some shit you will see up in front of the school.
The problem is sometimes, I know you can't hear it. I get it. Sometimes we can hear it. Sometimes we can't.
We can never hear it. We've never been able to.
What's best case scenario? We hear the video. Who's the video playing to?
First time chatter. We got a new fan, guys. We got a new fan. It's playing to our fans, our humongous audience right now. Which I want to talk about the audience here after this, but. Shout out Lizzie Brat. Oh my god, this sounds like a fucking OnlyFans bot.
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably,
let's go to Lizzie Bot.
We should probably investigate it.
Let's investigate the Lizzie Bot.
She's legit.
Triple_H is their Discord name.
They are, their account was made 11 minutes ago.
Hey, my account was made 11 minutes ago.
Could be a bot too.
Don't count them out.
They're not worth anything. It's nobody. At least we got a new follower. Thank you. So yeah, the Detroit sign, you guys see, everyone saw that video went kind of viral, to be honest. A lot of people sent me that from all over the nation, not just Michigan. So that was pretty cool. Big up for us.
People in Lebanon are sending it to you.
The nation. I don't think Lebanon's in the nation. Not that I know of. Your
Sounds
stream
like
is
a
paused. Your stream is paused, Alpha. Fuck.
Is Alpha Wednesday every Wednesday? All right, I gotta join back next week. I gotta go.
I know, my bad. So I know, my bad. We're very slow today. My fault.
All right, next week will be my first week. Give me an intro next week, Abe.
I got you. All right. So run it.
You literally chased out. You literally chased the guy out of here.
I know. It's hilarious. It's so funny. So here's the thing. Let me. I want to talk about the. A lot of people they're judging the show off numbers and all this and that. So when I'm inviting them on and I send them the links and they check stuff out and they're seeing it looks like we're getting started, but we've just been building in the back end, and they're ghosting me. I want everyone to know
what are you talking about?
I'm talking to everybody.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about everybody who's invited to the stream, who I've personally invited. These are guys behind the scenes that nobody knows about.
Like that guy that was just on that had to leave because he took 5 hours to set up.
No,
He's
not
like
so.
the guy was like literally like, yo, I can't like waste like I gotta go like take a
We
shower.
were supposed to start at 9. We were supposed to start at 9, and we started at 9:30, and we still haven't really started. We're still getting the gist of things. All the people that I've invited to the stream, and I send them the links, I send them all this information and all this and blah blah. I show them the topics and everything. For everybody who's ghosting me and doesn't even respond back to me, I want everyone to know I'm a grudge holder. Okay,
I will find you and I will kill
I will
you.
hold this grudge over your head for the longest I could possibly hold it, to the point where you think like I can't believe this guy is. Well, there's gonna be a dish show. Listen, I'm not gonna say anybody's name, but there is one particular person who I really hit him up. I'm like, yo, I'm clout chaser. You made that. You went viral. Jump on the stream. He goes, oh yeah, send me your stuff. I'm like, I got you. I sent him it. He fucking ghosted me. I'm like, I looked at this guy like he was insane. I'm like, wait a minute. Now,
wait, you told him you were clout chasing, and then what
yeah,
happened?
he went viral. I'm like, yo, I saw you go viral. I don't mean just call you the blue. Let me jump. You know, I'm clout chasing. Let me do an interview. You know, and we can do it, blah blah blah. And you know, he hits me with, yeah, send me your stuff. I sent him it, and then all of a sudden he ghosts me. I'm like, this guy can't be serious. So then I'm like, you know what? Maybe he was busy. He had a long day. Everybody's blowing him up. No problem.
You literally on some stand shit.
I called him today. I'm like, he goes, yo, I'm gonna call you right back. Guess what? Do you think he called me back?
No.
Exactly. He didn't call me back. Fuck no, he didn't. So let me, I'm telling you, he has like 24 hours before I go ballistic, and I'm gonna do a whole show roasting him. I'm gonna tell him I'm gonna do it. I'm like, yo, listen, if you don't want to give me an interview to discuss why you went viral, then I'm gonna be the person that's gonna, like, you know, I'll play the opposite. You know, I was gonna be on your side, but now I'll diss you. I'm gonna diss you.
So you're pulling a Rick Ross. You're gonna start a diss track with someone way more famous than you to try and get some clout and relevancy.
That's exactly what I'm gonna be doing. So I'm gonna be doing a diss track. I'm gonna go over his whole little articles and everything that has going on. And I'm going to tell him, hey, I tried to do this like, you know, the cool way, you know, we're homies, blah, blah. But now I'm going to take it into my own hands and I'm going to make clips.
Can I ask a quick question?
No, you can't know who it is.
Does this person exist in real life? That's what I want to know. Or is this just like a figment of your imagination?
No, man. This is not like this is a real person. You think I just make this shit up? Oh, Sylvester's busy, bro. Sylvester's like, Sylvester's doing some it's not Sylvester, but...
Okay.
Huh.
You guys just think I just make shit up. No, because
what's with this ultimatum that you're like, you're not gonna scare him into like appearing on the stream, you know?
I was gonna listen. He was invited tonight to come on the stream. I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. Forget the interview. Just come on the stream tonight. And now I was gonna trap his ass and we were gonna go roast him, but that didn't really happen. So now I'm gonna give him 24 more hours. I'm hitting up, hey man, you know, time's up. And this
final warning.
Yeah,
Send an emo, all caps, final warning.
Hold on, you're upset that this guy didn't take the bait and didn't fall for your trap? That's the problem here?
Something like that. You know, I would say something like that. I mean, I wasn't going to, like, in all reality, the interview was going to be, like, roasting everybody, roasting him, and, like, all the allegations against him. We were going to be like, you know, you guys don't know what you're talking about. I was going to be on his time. We would be on his side in reality. That's what it was going to be. And then we were going to clip the article and, you know, do all that stuff. Now I'm like, you know, he's just not the only one. You know, I understand why, you know, but even everybody else, they're invited to the stream and they're all this, they give me the blah, blah, and they don't want to come on. I'm like sitting there thinking, like, you guys think I'm going to be doing something that's not like if somebody else is telling you, sure. But me telling you that out of respect for me, if you don't have respect for, then it's like I said, I hold grudges. I'm a grudge holder. I burn all my bridges fast. Like, I obliterate him. So, like, I'm going to start burning him soon. Because what's going to happen, we get to season 3 and we're popping. They want to come. No. It's going to be, you're going to come on and I'm going to humiliate you every time you're on the show. If you're one of these people.
Why do you think people are ghosting you and not, showing you the support that you deserve?
It's because it's a numbers game. They look at the numbers and they think that, oh, man, he doesn't buy followers. Oh, man, he doesn't have bots. Oh, what? Like, how come his numbers aren't... Like, it's crazy to me when you see YouTube pages with, like, 225,000, you know, followers, and they're doing their live show, and they got, like, 100 people watching. They got 500 people watching. You know, that's why I said, nobody, we don't want to be, like, the biggest platform. We want the most engaging platform. So when it comes down to it, like, all these people, they're looking at the numbers, and they're not realizing we went viral with X, Y, and Z. So, you know, these are just final warnings. These are little shots that I'm giving people, you know, some time. Some people's time's up. This specific person, he owes me. You know, this guy owes me. So at the end of the day,
What does he owe you?
He owes me a favor.
What did you do for him?
I supported this guy, you know. I looked out for him. But I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those guys, you know. But technically, I am one of those guys because now when unfortunately he's going to take.
Can you give us more detail? Because like now I'm just like listening to you ramble about some guy that may or may not exist.
Because this person does exist.
I feel like I'm being talked at right now. It's like not engaging for me.
Okay. I'm wrapping up the rant. This was just a mini rant that I was on. That like. I'm taking out my frustration.
You should focus on improving the product, not you know, trying to get at your haters. You know what I mean? It's like not
the product's here. You know, but the problem is we have these weird ass technical difficulties sometimes that are just annoying.
Every time, not sometimes. Every time, dude. Like you have to fix those. Just know what you're doing. You know?
Yeah, that's why I need to stream. Practice. Like that's why I need on the show. I can't just do Alpha. Like I've been so slammed that I really can only fit Alpha Wednesdays in. We did that other show last week. Did you guys see the fashion show we did?
Yeah, what was that? I didn't really see the whole thing.
Nobody watched it. Yeah, nobody. It was only a 40-minute video. That you know, we interviewed another fashion company that was in New York, and we were going through their stores. We were asked like about their back ends and how they ship stuff, and you know how they started and things like that. They have 2 locations. They have a sick website. I did a live purchase on their site where I bought some. Let's do the unboxing.
Yo, this dude's so scatterbrained. It's fucking crazy.
We got
like 1 second we're talking about like your haters, and now we're doing an unboxing. Like holy crap, bro!
We're unboxing these shoes.
Oh my goodness!
Civilized Nation. They sent me these Air Max Day. You guys see those?
Hey, I'm like 35. I don't care about Air Maxes. Straight up. Tell you right now. Like I just don't do that.
I think somebody sounds like they're hating on these shoes.
I can't even see them because I'm playing my game.
Are they pink?
Yeah, they're pink. They're pink and smoked gray. Shout out to Civilized Nation, you know, hooking us up. You know, thank you guys. We appreciate the support.
Do you have to pay for those?
Yeah, I bought them on the website during the stream. We support other clothing brands here. You know, we don't just rock our stuff. You know, we support everybody's stuff. Alpha, you know what you should do? You should stop your stream and restart it because it's not playing on the stream.
All right, 1 second.
Abe, for this stream to like really be cohesive and take off, you got to figure out how to link video audio into Discord. Otherwise, it's
gonna work.
Gonna be a mess.
It's gonna work. Well, don't worry, we're gonna get it. I'm gonna get it down. We're back. Oh, okay. So now we got Alpha there. Nope. Let's pop back in. We forgot to invite the new guest. I forgot to invite him this whole time. What's in? Should we try to hit him up right now, really quick?
I thought the new guest just left.
No, there's another one. Where is he? There we go. Get him on the line. Should we do a double call?
Wait, is this person ghosting you now too?
Everyone's ghosting me. I swear to God. Everybody hates this. Like, so it's hilarious.
Yeah, because they know that they're gonna get on a call with you, and you're like, it's gonna take 45 minutes to figure out your fucking technical issue. I was like, yeah, I gotta do other stuff.
He's not gonna answer.
Do you have 24 hours too?
No, he doesn't have. I'm not gonna give everybody that. You know, a lot of people have already like they're solidified as like, you know, they're gonna get X'd out. So, anyways, let's move forward. Did everybody pay their taxes? You guys pay your taxes? Tax day was a couple days ago.
Everybody pays their fucking taxes.
I never pay my taxes.
Yeah, I'm saying, but did you do them on time? Was it successful? Did you have your accountant do it? Did you do it?
My wife actually did it.
I was just gonna ask, did your wife do your taxes? Yeah, there we go.
I just think everybody complaining about not getting a refund is like legitimately retarded because not getting a refund is a good thing. It means you paid the right amount of taxes.
We got like a small refund.
Alpha learning that hacking the system over there. There we go. Hacking the system.
I paid Detroit city tax too. We got like $500 back from the city of Detroit.
Alpha, you got
between the two of us, we only got like 1,000 federal and then 500 from Detroit.
How like in reality, how you make decent money? This guy. How the fuck did you get a refund?
I don't know. I think it's because
you know what?
How did I get a refund? I don't know.
I do know. Let me just let's just dive right in. You know, are white people losing this country? That's what we're gonna say. You know, are white people losing the country? Are they gonna become the not the dominant class? That's everyone keeps saying. Everyone's talking about it. And is that a thing, or is that just some internet bullshit?
What do you mean by dominant class?
What do you mean by losing the country? What does that mean, that losing the country?
Well, a lot of white people, they're not having kids right now. So the
Here we go with the Andrew. Here we go with the Andrew Tate thing, right? Because Abe saw this Andrew Tate tweet this morning.
I literally saw the same. It showed up.
Yeah,
On,
I actually sent it to my wife. I thought it was so funny.
What was it? I didn't see the tweet. I gotta get on Twitter more, man.
Abe, please.
it's literally what.
Please stop pretending.
On my life,
that you didn't look
on
at
my life, I didn't
please
look at his
stop
Twitter.
pretending you didn't read the Andrew Tate tweet. I know for a fact that you read it. If not, then you looked on your like Discord or whatever, and then like
It was literally all about white people not having kids. It was a long ass tweet.
Okay,
This is Tim Pool.
I'll
This is
read
Tim Pool popped this off. What are you talking about? Tim Pool got this going. Andrew Tate probably caught it today. Tim Pool was talking about he's 34 years old. He feels like a failure. He doesn't have a kid. When his dad was 27, he had 3 kids, and now Tim Pool's 34, is successful, and he can't get a bitch. And he just keeps coming. He said every time he gets a girl, he like she works too much, and it doesn't work, and he can't find another person. So that's where the topic's coming from. I think he's the one who like set it off.
You're wrong. I know for a fact that your ass was looking. Okay, so it says Andrew Tate. You can put this up on screen here. Let me text it to you. Actually, put it up on your screen.
All right. Let's see here.
I'm gonna text it to you. Hey, what is with this thing where you act like you're not like Andrew Tate's acolyte when everybody knows that you are?
I've literally never shied away
like,
from it.
Literally, like honestly, like no, you do. You always say like, yeah, I don't even watch him like that or like something like that. It's like and like literally everything. Like what'll happen is I'll read like an Andrew Tate tweet and I'll laugh at it. 15 minutes later, I get a text from you talking about how like I got this new idea, and I'm like, hey, but like I read Andrew Tate's tweets too. Like I read them.
Bro, honestly, you want the truth? For some reason, here's what Elon Musk did. Right, he fucked up Twitter because I don't like looking for the X thing. I don't like when he puts the X up, bro. In reality, to me, it fucked up Twitter because I can't ever find it on the damn screen. So my Twitter time dropped a lot in reality. But I gotta get on Twitter more. I did not see the tweet, but you know what I did do? I did watch Andrew Tate's fucking I watched some of his little broadcast today, and he was talking about that. So technically,
oh yeah, you saw the tweet. Basically,
it's the same thing. He just
I'm correcting you. I technically didn't see the I didn't see it, right? But I did see that he was live. I clicked the live, and they were talking about white people not having kids. So I was like, all right.
I think everybody on the planet that is in an industrialized country has fewer kids. I don't know what Andrew Tate in Andrew Tate's world. It's like every dude is supposed to be every dude is like a Saudi prince that has like 30 kids. When that's just like not the case.
Here's it. Oh, I got Twitter up now. That's pretty cool. We should just use Twitter from now on. We should just use this Twitter thing to search stuff. That's how we should go off from now on. Okay, but in reality, that's what they're saying. They're saying that every race is having kids except white people.
That's not true though, man. If you look at like third world countries like fucking sub-Saharan Africa, then like yeah, a lot of people have like 5 or 6 kids or something like that. But if you live in an industrialized country,
you're gonna say Europe and America?
You don't, or Japan, Korea, even in the Middle East, fertility rates have dropped as people have started making more money. Like look at our parents' generation. They had like 10 kids each, and then like our grandparents had like 10 kids, and then their kids moved to the United States and they had like 3 or 4 kids.
That's still a decent amount compared to everybody else.
And then like how many kids do you have?
Look at us. Look at us now. Like
we're all in our 30s, and then Ali has 1. I have 1 on the way. AC has 1. And then I have 1 on the way, and then Abe you probably like not even close.
Are you having kids, Abe? Like what's going on? Are you part of the problem? Why don't you have kids? Let's talk about, are you part of the problem? Or tell us why you don't have kids, because you're not a white man.
These topics aren't like a personal, like inner scope of what you got going on. You can bring that up, but in reality of it is they're more like on a more generalized concept. Now, if you want to ask me about my situation, my kids are my businesses. My kids are my side projects. Yeah. Every little thing that I do, I gotta put so much energy into it, like I'm raising a fucking little bastard. So that's all. So I have a lot
right here. We all have jobs, man.
Huh?
We all have jobs. It's like saying like my child is my career.
Yeah, but like, I do side projects. You know, I build things, I create things, I make this, I make that. I work like crazy, bro. I don't work, bro. I build. I don't work. I build. I create. I create life.
Isn't parenthood? Aren't you building something with parenthood? Isn't it like the same thing? But like,
that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like every time I start a new thing, oh my god, I got a kid for a little bit, and it fucking.
But what if like
abandons
So are you
me.
saying that white people aren't having kids because they're making their businesses their babies?
You guys, see, this is what I'm saying is why sometimes it doesn't matter in my opinion, because like I'm probably more in the Tim Pool range, right? It's because there's certain people who like their life doesn't doesn't call for it. You don't got like, you're in the game. You're in the process of winning. Like that's just what it is for me.
Everybody that has kids is in the process of losing.
Put your stream back on for the thing.
I exited the game.
All right, it's
I'm about to
fine.
play something else.
All right, when you do, let me know. I'll put it up. But yeah, so in general, that's kind of why what my situation is. But in reality, I don't think everybody's like me, which is why sometimes like my opinion about why it doesn't really it's insignificant.
Does Andrew Tate have kids?
He has like 3. He makes sound like he has like a whole bunch.
Well, no, I heard. I read his Wikipedia after because I was curious, and it says he has like 10 kids or 10 to 12 kids by several Romanian.
No, he doesn't. He's a liar.
Several Romanian baby mamas. How do you know?
3. He has like
Maybe
3.
he does.
He's like 3 or 4. Because he got doxxed. Yeah, I got doxxed a long time ago.
Your docs includes how many kids you have.
I mean, he got doxxed for his fucking kids. Like, they found out how many he had. He had 4. By, like, literally 4 different women. Tristan has, like, 2, I think. Maybe 3 that they said. I don't know. But they don't have that many. But I think they're in the process of making him. They're not that much older than us. They're, like, 35, 36, 37, something like that.
4 kids is a lot of kids, man. You don't think that's true?
I mean, I would have 4. I think my number is 4. I think I want to have 4 kids, but, we'll see.
I think am I streaming?
Yeah, now it is.
Yeah, Tom.
How many kids do you guys want to have?
I think I'm going to do 4.
All right, there you go. 4 is a good number. I think 4 is a good number.
What do you mean by your tweet that says it's always going to be my fault that you have on the screen?
Because it's always my fault, man. No matter what happens, no matter what goes down, it's always my fault. Shout out to Future. Shout out to Future. You guys got to go listen to We Still Don't Trust You. This guy Future's he snaps. It's a 6 song. That's a Future song. It's it goes hard, super hard. But every time I play something on the stream, it's gonna mute it. So it's like I gotta watch. If we're doing Alpha Wednesdays, I can't play music or shit like that, or it's gonna like YouTube will fuck me. And like mute us. So like I don't even want to mute. I don't want to play music or do anything. Even they muted us for that damn the contract reveal for AZ last week for the Michael Jordan shit, which is kind of at this point I don't understand. That's like the dumbest rule. Who gives a shit? Like
what happens when they mute you? Like when you go back,
you can't monetize it. I don't think you can monetize from it for sure. And I think that during that stream, I think it's literally just muted. It's only like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, but it's just annoying. Like you don't get a copyright strike or anything, but like I don't know. Did you guys see the UFC? I should start fucking making I should use my Twitter as the damn topics. It would be easier for the flow of the stream then. Did you guys use you guys see the UFC 300?
No, I didn't see that. What's
Really?
so special about it?
I'm kind of gassed out on UFC, honestly. Just doesn't do it for me.
Honestly, that whole Iranian retaliation thing occupied my whole weekend.
Yeah, I know. I really would like let the ball drop when we did the emergency stream. Like I had it going, but I really let the ball drop of not actually doing what I want to do because I really fucking blew a stream. Sometimes I have energy during the day and then at night and then like right when like the stream time comes, if I'm at max capacity, I just fumble, And sometimes coffee and shit doesn't do the trick. So it's like then I say I'm gonna do it and it's just like kind of fumbled it. The UFC was sick. Like there was one crazy ass fight, the Justin Gaethje fight and Max Holloway fight, probably the fight of the year. But everything else was like they just hyped it up kind of after, like it was okay. After the Max Holloway fight, the energy sucked because it was so epic that the next 2 fights, the girls who fought, they went 5 rounds and it just like damn near put me to sleep. It's too long. Like every time I watch the UFC, I literally like say I'm never gonna watch them again. Because they start at 1:30 the main event. Like, come on, like what do we look like? 1:30 is a crazy late start. They used to start like Floyd used to start his like late at like 12:30, 12. That was like crazy.
Maybe they got you running their AV or something.
That was crazy late. Now 1:30 late time to start the fight is like, come on, man. Like you can't really think people are gonna be. They are, but it's like
I said, they probably got you running the AV. That's why they probably like running so late.
Yeah, maybe. This guy wants me to add him on Discord. He's Triple H. I just noticed that. Let me see what the fuck Triple H is. I'll do that later. But yeah, that was a we should have did the Irani things, the invasion. What do you think? Do you think that was smoke? I saw you were taking shots at your boy Muhammad Hijab.
Oh, that guy's just one of those dudes that can that's like super Sunni and can never admit that like a Shia would have did something right. That's how all those UK Muslims are.
That guy's a fucking terrorist.
I don't think he's a
I
terrorist.
shouldn't
but
probably
he's
say that.
definitely
I gotta chill that out. No, he's not a terrorist. He's a fucking radical guy.
I think he's okay. He just has a lot of Sunnis have really bad views on Shia, and like he's one of them. They're still holding on to the Syria Civil War. It's like,
Waleed, I saw your Twitter name. What's your thoughts on this Jackson Hinkle guy? Like, is he based or is he just trying to pimp us out?
I think he's actually based. I think he actually believes the things that he's saying, and he's like not. I think he's crazy. That's why I think he's based. So like he's like not. People think he's just like some base opportunist or whatever, but like no, he's not. The thing is, like, if you're trying to be an opportunist, you can do it in so many better ways.
I think he did it in every way possible. Now he just jumped on this drift.
Has he done this in the past with other?
Yeah,
things?
I'm pretty sure he was like when Andrew Tate was going to jail. He was like fighting for Andrew Tate. He was fighting for.
I think you guys got a lot of common ground.
No, I'm just saying he jumps on anything that's like there's a movement behind. So you don't believe the Hamad Hijab about like that. This was a planned thing, and it was all smoke signals, and it was all just bullshit, and it wasn't real.
I mean, some of it you could say was like kind of planned, sure, but like they told them what they were gonna do basically, or they made it very clear that hey, we know that you're watching us, and that like we're gonna bomb you. Like they knew that they're like their defense would catch most of the stuff, right? But that's not the point. The point was to send a warning. They don't want to have a fucking full-out war. You know, who does it serve right now? It serves Israel.
Exactly.
I think it was just saving face for Iran. Like, yo, man, we can't let that slide without showing that we're gonna retaliate in some way. But we know we're not gonna do a lot of damage, and we're gonna tell you.
It's saving face, but like saving face can mean a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So like the situation is a little bit more complex. Like you have to think about like if you're Israel, okay, and you're like this tiny Jewish state in the middle of all these Muslims, and your basic MO is that your survival is kind of linked to how much you can scare your neighbors into thinking that you're crazy. Or like that's your existing MO. If people start testing you and when people start testing you, it's already game over for you at that point. Like when people start to see you as equals and not as people to be feared, it's like literally it's game over at that point.
Yeah, but like there's a lot of people who say like they're like, yo, we just want this little country, blah blah. Look all these other Arab countries, and
they want more than that.
No, they do.
They'll settle as much land. They'll settle as much land as they.
Yeah, but what they do is they'll get
them.
But what they do is they'll get the map. And they'll point like, look, all these Arab countries. We just have this little spot right here. And then in my eyes,
it's called propaganda.
It is propaganda, but in my eyes, I'm looking at it like, why can't you look at it like there's all these Arabs and Muslim people all around this area, and there's in the middle of them, there's this one little Jew spot. Does that look like it should be there or not? You know?
I think the thing is that they will keep expanding until somebody stops them. Their MO is like what they're doing to Gaza now. They want to do it to every other Arab country that they could possibly can.
Exactly. That's why I had to change.
So, like,
I had to change my whole.
Muslims can't be fighting with each other right now. They have to like set aside whatever differences they have. I get it. You guys hate Bashar al-Assad and all that stuff. Like whatever. You probably have good reasons for it. But like this is not the time. You know, like. It's not the time for that.
Yeah, but what are they doing? How many rockets were shot down by Saudi? How many rockets were shot down by who else? What was it? Was it Syria or Iraq? Jordan. How many rockets were shot down by them?
Yeah, but these aren't like real countries, you know. These are like basically they're just like U.S. puppets. Like they don't stand for. They're like you. They don't stand for anything. They're just like self-interested.
Yeah, Jordan really got cucked out, man. Like there's
because like if you look at like what is the legitimacy of the Kingdom of Jordan? It has none. Like whatsoever, you know what I'm saying? So like if they don't play ball with the United States, like if they don't play ball with Israel, they're collapsed the next day, because then the U.S. is going to be like, okay, we're pulling away all your funding. You're not going to be our bitch. Cool. Good luck. Have fun out there with the wolves. Basically, is what they'll tell them. And so like if you're this Jordanian monarch and you have all the power. Like you have power and stuff, you're not gonna let go of it. You know where your bread's buttered and all that shit. So
yeah,
no,
I'm saying is like I don't see like it's funny how this is why I always try to tell people like Arabs aren't like this united Arab front, or Muslims aren't this one like united country like how America is, or how you try to like nationalize all Arabs to be the specific people. Like when you see over like when you don't see on the U.S. news like Saudi shot down Iran missiles. You don't see on the news like the U.S. It doesn't make mainstream news that Jordan shot that down. You got to go deep and find out. Oh shit, that happened. I think Iran was being careful with what they did because, like I said, Israel wants that. They're baiting everyone to do that because in reality they want to go ham. They want to go, they want to evacuate everybody out of Israel now, and they want to blow up all the Arab countries that they could possibly can, and then infiltrate that way. Or if America is going to be there, quote unquote America, then to rebuild. That's the same thing in their eyes. So, it's a dangerous time right now to be a radical, and that's why the Muhammad Hijab guy needs to watch his tone and his delivery, because this guy sometimes goes on mainstream platforms and he just starts snapping. And some stuff he says is cool, but other things are just like, it's just not the time, not the time for that.
I wouldn't pay attention so much to what people say and just pay attention to the big picture. Like, who cares? Everybody has their opinion. Like, really the more interesting thing is like what's gonna happen next. Because like, what's the name?
I think you're pausing for the game right now. You're deep in the game.
Yeah, I have to pay attention to this dialogue. So what was I gonna say? Like, I don't know. I'm not that interested in Muhammad Hijab because whatever. Who is he at the end of the day? He's just another guy with an opinion. So he doesn't control anything. What he says is not going to affect any event whatsoever.
Yeah, but what's happening is like I've seen the guy Patrick Bet David again. This guy, I think he's 3 for 3 in the past week of finding like the Australian clip of the guy stabbing and they pause on his face and, oh, look at this Muslim guy. Oh, death to all Arabs! Like they're to everybody. And it's like they're doing this now where they're painting us to be terrorists again. That's the worst thing that could happen right now. It's so easy to paint us as terrorists. It's so easy to do that right now. It's always been easy, but it's like when you say don't pay attention.
Well, these people that you watch in particular all have a really strong anti-Muslim agenda.
Yeah, true.
And for some reason, you keep watching them, which
I'm boycotting them. I'm boycotting them. But when a clip resurfaces and I see it,
I mean, you watched them this week.
I got to do research. That's not when I don't watch their shit. I used to watch the PBD podcast like live when it came on. I would be faithful to it. Then I'm like, oh, you know what, man? Once I saw the direction, I saw how they were like pointing things. I'm like, okay, I don't know if I can like tune in like that anymore. So I kind of had to boycott. So but when I see that stuff, I'm like, bro, it's like they keep trying to do this. They keep trying to paint this narrative of they're getting the most radicalized individual and they're putting him as a Muslim face, and it's just fucked up.
I would say I don't think the propaganda is hitting as hard as it used to, though. Like, this is always going to be the playbook, but I just feel like the awareness and is just a lot higher with like the majority of America. So it's just like a lot of people can see through it. It's not like how it was after 9/11, where everybody was so easily radicalized against Muslims. There's been enough like just awareness now that people aren't just so oblivious to what's actually happening. Like, look at what's happening at Columbia right now is actually kind of pretty fucking nuts. I don't know, have you seen that, Alpha? What's happening at Columbia University?
Yeah, they're basically taking over the campus, doing a sit-in at the campus. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, and they're like threatening to expel the kids now, all the students. That's like, the university in New York City. It's actually pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, like at this point, like if it's gotten so bad at this point, it's like, what are you standing for at this point? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of life do you want to live if you're these people? It's like you're gonna live the rest of your life with this kind of shame, knowing that like you kowtow to this bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it makes sense. Like, it's young people still have a lot of time in their life. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to like live like that. And at the end of the day, it's like if you're gonna play this morality game, like the morality is on our side. These are the rules these are the rules that these people set. You know what I mean? This is the rules that the powers that be have been, preaching to everybody on the planet for decades and decades and decades. But as soon as it's convenient, oh no, suddenly it's law of the jungle now. You know what I mean? Now it's every man for himself. Now it's like, there's nothing that we can do. The world's just a terrible place. The truth is that they're too cowardly to confront people with power at the end of the day. And so they'll never do it. So I don't know. It's very courageous. People that live for something, So
I don't know, but see, it's two different perspectives of where you guys stand. If you're watching all that stuff and you think that, there's another narrative where I see it where it's the opposite, where it's completely like we don't give a fuck about you guys or these sit-ins or any of that, and it's like
No, I think we know that there's that faction, but that's always been there and always going to be there. We're just seeing the other side of it grow to really unprecedented levels where we've never seen the scales tip so much to be pro-Arab anything, because we know that the anti-Arabs are going to be there. Like, we're not saying that it's not there. It's always going to be there.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. That's very
Did you
true.
guys see the Tel Aviv airport after the Iranian strikes.
Yeah, I wouldn't put too much stock in that though. It's just like all these people are always like posting, oh, look at all these people who left Tel Aviv airport today. But it's like honestly, it's like the airport of any major city. Honestly, I don't think like the dam has broken in Israel yet. Like they're still kind of like
What's gonna
like
happen
it's
this
still gonna take a lot
summertime?
of time. It's gonna happen. I don't know. I think honestly, I think we're heading towards like some shit's kind of slowing down because
Does America
the
want
United
this?
States does not. No, America does not want a fucking Iran war. If they did, they would. They would. This is their time to do it, and they're not. They're not taking that. They're not taking that bait. They don't want that war.
It's April.
I don't know,
What
man.
if they're slow rolling in this until the elections?
Yeah, I think Biden wants the war because he knows if there's a war, he's going to get reelected because nobody wants to out a sitting president during a war.
There won't be an
Fighting
election.
Iran, look, fighting Iran is not something that you gamble with because they've had like 20 years. 20 years to start a war with Iran, and Iran only gets stronger every single year.
But would you really? I mean, Biden, you've said on this stream that he's basically retarded and he's very simple-minded and he can't see past the first thing in front of him. So, like, would you really put it past him to not start a war to guarantee his reelection?
I don't think it guarantees his reelection. I don't think any of the people around him actually believe that it guarantees his reelection.
But you said he's not listening to anyone around him. Like, he's doing what Israel's bidding, right? Like, he's laser focused on jerking them off.
I think that he's focused on his own self-preservation, and there's got to be some dormant like instinct still rattling in that decrepit brain of his that's telling him like, yo, if you want to start World War III, attack Iran. And then see what that gets you, especially because on the other side you have Trump, who is campaigning on an explicitly true or not, campaigning on an explicitly anti-interventionist platform. And then I don't think I just don't think that the American public would get behind an Iran war, bro. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Like, they can barely get this Israel shit to work. Do you think people aren't stupid like they used to be during like the Iraq War and stuff? Because everybody has access to these alternative viewpoints. Like, you can't establish a consensus the way that you used to establish it. And there's gonna be way too many good viewpoints that are put out there that like we're going to war for this. Like, we're going to war for literally for Israel, right? That's what we're going to war for. Like, does this benefit the United States in any material way? You can't make that case. I'm sorry. There's only the most abstract case that you can make to the common American to be like, yeah, we need a ton of your tax money, to fight this like cataclysmic war where several countries are going to get destroyed and probably a nuke is going to get deployed.
But I just don't know if it's that much different than like we're convincing Americans right now that to spend billions of tax dollars to fund Israel to commit a genocide.
Honestly, it's actually not that simple. Because like they've had huge difficulty getting these like foreign aid bills passed to the House, like huge difficulty. Like there's been gridlock for months on getting aid to getting quote unquote like billions upon billions of dollars to Ukraine, for example. They've been able to squeak by like $14 billion to Israel and stuff. It's gonna cost way more than $14 billion to fight a war against Iran. It's gonna cost more than $1 trillion actually.
Yeah, but the holdup hasn't been to fund Israel. It's been to fund Ukraine, and like it hasn't the holdup also been, but like hasn't it also been that it's not enough for Israel and they want to up it? Like that's why some people aren't voting for it because they want to send more money.
No, it's because they can't decouple Ukraine from Israel for the most part, and like it's actually the Republicans that won't allow them until they do something about the border. They won't allow them to send money to Ukraine to Israel or Ukraine. Ironically enough, and the reason for it is like these people think that the United States is being invaded from the southern border. Which maybe they have a case. Like, I don't fucking know. Okay, like, I don't live in the South. I live in like the most far away region from the South possible. So like I don't know how bad it is down there. So I can't say for sure. Like they just like don't want to. They like. Do you remember at the height of the Ukraine war? Where it's just like every month they're talking about like 400 billion more sent to Ukraine. Like, do you remember those headlines? Like Congress approves new aid package worth 200 billion for Ukraine.
Yeah, this guy Zelensky was on TV crying every other day.
Right, and now it's just like people. I guess somebody somewhere was like, "Wait, that's a fuckload of money," and then like our fucking bridges here are collapsing. Like, what are we doing here? What's going on? And by the way, they're not even fucking winning. So like, what's the point in all this money? Because they're fucking losing that war anyway. That's what I think an Iran war just straight up would not fly with the United States. It would actually end the United States straight up. I actually believe that it would end the United States because at that point, like this country would just split into two halves, and people from both the left and the right would just they would no longer consider this government as having any legitimacy whatsoever. Even I'm at that point now where it's like I view like Biden and all these guys like illegitimate.
I mean, you just can't choose to view someone illegitimate. Like they're still
Yeah, you
still
can.
the president. But he's still
I don't
like,
give a
you know
fuck.
what I mean? It doesn't matter what you view him as. He's still the president.
No, he's illegitimate to me, straight up. Like, why would I view him as legitimate? Has he conformed to any of the rules, any of the laws of the United States? Like, fuck no. They're literally they're lying under oath to pass aid in secret to Israel. Is that within the spirit of republicanism and like in the actual doctrinal sense? Like, no, it's not. This is straight up just like profiteering and corruption at this point. Like, why are they legitimate?
But so what? Like,
What do you mean, so what? Like, yeah, so I can view them as illegitimate.
but then so
Will I
what?
continue to pay taxes to them because they'll kill me if I don't? Like, yeah, I will. But at the end of the day, that's what I believe. And the more people believe that, the more people that start to speak out about it, at that point, then you have a real movement. But yeah, I view him as an illegitimate president. He doesn't represent me. Like, he doesn't follow the law. He doesn't follow procedure to do stuff like fund a genocide. In fact, they just circumvent the law. They ignore the law at every single turn. That's what a country is built on. Like, you can't underestimate these things. Like, a country is literally built on its laws. That's what brings people together. Otherwise, you just live in tyranny at that point. You live at the whims. Like, you live at somebody else's whims. That's not what you signed up for when you started paying taxes, right?
Yeah, I think I've just lost all confidence in any sort of democracy. Like, I get what you're saying. I just like I'll believe it
until you until you take it back. That's why people start revolutions and stuff. It's because their government has lost all legitimacy because of corruption, which you can only describe what's going on now. It's just corruption. It's like run of the mill corruption. I know people want to think it's like some crazy something else, but it's really not. It's just straight up corruption. That's all it is.
I think
these people are paid to think a certain way, and that's why they're doing what they're doing.
I don't think
They're
you're
doing
going to
it.
get a revolution unless people are like don't have.
What do you think? What do you think's happening at Colombia though? That's
I
a
get that.
revolutionary act.
But like to get the scale, it has to be like fiscal. Like you have to, it has to be monetary. Like people have to be starving and can't get jobs.
I mean, look at like Vietnam and stuff. That was like pretty big. I know that U.S. people died and stuff. I don't know, man. Here's the thing. It's like it doesn't even. All it needs to be. You can make it even more basic. You just have to build a real voting base for this type of issue in the United States to the point where it can counteract all the money, like at the grassroots, it can counteract all the money that goes in for Israel. I think at that point that'll be like a small victory. Will it be like everything that we want? Like no, but like I think that's something realistic to think about. It's just like, the whole uncommitted thing. Like, like that 100,000 voters in Michigan was enough to scare these people into completely switching up their stance. I think that means something,
Did they really switch up their stance? Nothing's really changed.
Look at all these conciliatory measures. Things have sort of changed for the better in Gaza. Like, Israel has pulled out like almost all of its battalions from Gaza.
Because there's
for
nothing
example.
left.
No, there is still something left. Like they haven't actually have they achieved anything in military terms aside from slaughtering like 50,000 people or whatever it's been?
And
Like, I don't think
destroyed
they have.
half the freaking city?
Yeah, have they? But in terms of, like, anybody can. I mean, fucking Bashar al-Assad can do that. Has anybody? And then what does he have? He has nothing. So like, have they? Like, in military terms, did they eliminate Hamas? No. Did they rescue any hostages? No, they didn't. I mean, obviously I think we all know like the genocide was pretty much the point of the operation. But are you gonna kick all the Gazans out of Gaza? Like, no, you're not. They're still gonna be there at the end of the day. So like, what did you do? And then all you did is you just made yourself look like all you did was turn yourself into pariah state. Now you have this permanent problem with Hezbollah at your border, with Iran at your border. There's no end in sight. There's no off ramp anywhere. Like, there's no normalization with the Arab states. Like, what did this gain them in material terms? It's very hard to say. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, maybe you'll get a few settlements out of it in Gaza, but like, okay, that's cool. You had those before, and then you had to evacuate them. So what did they gain? I don't know what they gained. What did Biden gain from this? He gained some campaign dollars. But then he gained a bunch of enemies in the state of Michigan and other Midwestern states. He basically destroyed American legitimacy. Any pretenses to moral supremacy of the United States has been destroyed. Like, any sort of argument you want to deploy against like Russia rings hollow, because America has done even worse than what Russia has done. It's just like, this is just a huge failure for them, man. Like, I don't know. I know maybe people think I'm being overly optimistic, but like I don't know how to spin this into like a dub for them.
I think you are a little too optimistic about all this and drinking a little bit too much of the Kool-Aid, but I get what you're saying.
But how though?
I don't know, man. I don't think anything's gonna change. Like, I just think they're gonna get away with this.
If you let them, yes.
Yeah,
they
but
will.
Here's the kicker,
If
Alpha.
you're passive, if you're passive and then you forget and then like you don't make a stink, then yes, of course they're gonna get away with it. But that's what they're counting on. It's up to you. It's unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I know everybody here has responsibilities and stuff, and they have other things that they have to worry about, and it's like you can't be a revolutionary when you have a kid and a wife and all this other stuff. But like, unfortunately, that's actually the case. Like that's just kind of like what you have to live with. It's like, yeah, they're gonna get away with it if you allow it to happen. Of course they will. They always do. They have done. How many people have they murdered throughout history and they've gotten away with it?
Yeah, I just think the hooks in are way too deep. Like, at some we just can't get the hooks off. The clamps are on. It's like, look what they did at USC, for example. You know what I mean? They're just they run so deep. The state is so deep. Like,
okay,
I just don't.
You have to change it, dude. If you want, what kind of world do you want your son to live in? You know what I mean? It's just something important to think about.
Anarchy.
Of course, I get that.
Do you want him to live in a world where he's afraid to like be himself and like speak his mind? Like, fuck no.
Yeah, I just don't think there's enough critical mass to make substantial material change.
Okay, dude, if people like, we'll go back to Colombia, okay? So I know that there's two parts of you, because you're the one who brought up Colombia, not me. So there's two parts of you that think one way is tearing you one way is tearing you the other way. If there's people who are out there, this guy for example, this fucking guy lit himself on fucking fire, okay? For Gaza. He's white, dude. He's not fucking Arab. The critical mass is there. It is waiting to be activated, is what I'm trying to tell you. These kids at Colombia will lose their they will destroy their chances of getting employed when they've probably got like 6-figure debt, all of them, because they believe in something. That's critical mass. Like, you can't like let that energy go to waste.
Yeah, I know, and I'm saying there's been more critical mass than ever before, and it's been great to see. I just don't know if it's going to hit that tipping point. Like that, I think you're a lot more optimistic that it will than I am.
What other choice do I have but to be optimistic? So honestly, if I'm not optimistic, I might as well just kill myself right now.
All right, relax.
I'm straight up, like, why wouldn't it? That would actually be the sensible, like, otherwise, if I'm not optimistic, like, what's
relax?
What's
the algorithm.
I don't give a fuck about the algorithm.
Listen, I see what you're saying, but listen, I have another. Look what's on the screen right now. I put on the screen because this is what's floating around in my circuits.
That the election is going to be canceled.
I use Google and I said, "Yo, has the election ever been canceled?" And guess what it does? It brings me the date of the 2024 election. When I asked it, "Has it ever been canceled?" He goes, and it tells me November 5th, 2024. Is that the first sign that it's canceled? Because now when I go look at the law that they passed in the 70s or 80s that allows for an election to be canceled if there's an
Abe, let's not talk
if there's
about
a war. Hang on.
Tell me material facts. I don't want to hear abstracted notions of what you heard on the podcast. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm saying there was a law that was passed in the 80s that could prevent, if there was like World War III going on, the midst of it, like the start of it, where it was like, we can't change the president, then the election is postponed or it's canceled. Did
that happen in World War II?
No, it didn't. It happened in the 80s or 70s. They passed it. This was passed. Okay. Now when I'm Googling, I'm trying to find information out. It's harder to find. I found it like a couple months ago, but
honestly, if there is World War III, it's probably nuclear, and it's probably way bigger fish to fry than the fucking election. I don't know. Just what I'm thinking.
So yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't know. You heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first.
Anyway, I don't think I'm being like over optimistic. I think that there's like a lot of people who are very, very energized by this issue, and I think we should seize on this opportunity and not let it go to waste, and like, you know, stand in solidarity with people that stand in solidarity with us. And
I agree with all that. What is the ideal outcome here for you in like an optimistic view? Like, what do you see as like I
want the state of Israel completely delegitimized, and I want our viewpoint to be mainstreamed. So I want our viewpoint to carry weight in the media. I want our viewpoint to carry weight amongst politicians. And I want to see that then translate into tangible results on the ground in a place like Gaza or a place like Lebanon, a place like the West Bank. To be like establishment of a Palestinian state, that's a good starting point, for example. Okay, so like whatever borders it's on, that's a good starting point. And getting like, you're not gonna get a U.S. politician to be like, okay, let's all destroy Israel right now. But what you can do is you can get them to say, okay, let's accept the internationally recognized borders of what a Palestinian state is supposed to be. Okay, so that's a good starting point in my opinion. Other people would disagree with me, but I think that's actually like the most realistic outcome. right now. I don't even that's not even the maximalist position because I don't know what you do about like countries that have a bunch of nuclear weapons and stuff in that region. Like it's not probably not going to destroy them by force of arms. So I don't know without serious destruction on all sides. So, and I think we're on that path. So, like, take for example this USC valedictorian. What do you think she's gonna do? She's very talented, right? She's valedictorian. She's very successful. You think that she's just gonna go die, and you think that she's the only one that's like her? There's like probably like tons of thousands of people who are people of who are capable and believe the same things that she believes and all that stuff. Like those people are gonna organize. They're not gonna just like take it lying down like they can. So at this point, it's like. You want to talk about critical mass? If people aren't afraid anymore, that's critical mass to me. People talk openly about this stuff. People are just like they're convinced that they're on the right side of history. And maybe they are. Like who knows? What if they are? So
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, we're just gonna have to wait and see what plays out.
No, we don't have to see if it plays out. You have to be a participant.
We're participating right now.
No, I'm trying to tell you that you need to
we're spreading the gospel. We're spreading the gospel right now. We're informing the nation.
Sure. It's just important to say what you believe. Like you can't. It starts with that. Like words are powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a little bitch and if you're a little bitch and you can't say what you believe, then you've already been defeated. You were defeated without them even firing a shot at you. So you made it easy. You made their job easy.
Oh yeah, let's not do that.
Like I used to do like Palestine activism stuff in my college years and stuff. It's like this stuff's not new to me. Like I know these even back then these motherfuckers were like, oh, we're gonna find out who you are. You're never gonna get a job. We're gonna find out who you are. These people would stand outside, like we'd have these events, and we'd just have like people come in and talk about Palestine, and we get all these people coming up, and they'd just be sitting there threatening us. And it's like even back then, we're just like, whatever, man, go fuck yourself. And they'll send you like nasty emails or whatever, but who gives a fuck? like I said, at the end of the day, what kind of world are you trying to live in? You want to live in the world of your making or a world somebody else is making?
What if it's a world of
Did you just freeze, man?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, man? You're not engaged. You're like looking at all the screens, like, oh god. Is that Alphabot?
This is the new Boston Dynamics robot.
Oh yeah, I saw that today.
I saw one clip of it, but I don't. What was the big deal about it? That it's just like super advanced. That thing like hooked up to AI or some shit would be like scary, right? Like an AI that knew what it was doing.
Yeah, it looked crazy.
That's coming.
We'll see, man. All these like tech hype shit, like that's always like, oh, it's gonna be the future. Like I was told, the EV future was like a few steps away, or like just a couple years away, and like now, I think EVs are still gonna be a thing, but it's like I think it's gonna be way slower adoption than what people thought.
Actually,
yeah, that's just hype. It's just hype to raise money for like from VCs. It's all the shit moves way slower than that.
Did you guys see that the electric car, they're down? The prices have plummeted. Electric cars? Yeah.
I heard you can get like
nobody wants them. That's the truth. That's what's happening. They have so many of these damn cars and nobody's buying them. The hype is kind of down. They mass produced them thinking that everyone's going to come buy them, but now Tesla's has dropped like 15-20%, and all the other EVs are down too. Like I don't.
So the thing is like people are skeptical about them.
Nobody wants,
for very good reasons.
Yeah, nobody wants to go to those the gas stations. It's a headache.
Yeah, because the charging infrastructure isn't there. It's not going to be there for a very long time. Honestly, if Trump gets elected, it's going to be set back like fucking 20 years because like his like voting base hates EVs. For a lot of these like old school manufacturing type people really hate EVs because it's putting them out of business basically because they have to like learn all this. Like, the EVs take fewer parts to make, and all these people who work in like transmission plants and stuff and like internal combustion engine plants, like they're going to be out of a job with EVs, and then Biden's just pumping a ton of money into these like EV factories and stuff like that. So they're mad about it, and they got Trump supporting them. The grid would need to be updated like substantially in a bunch of like really old cities with not a ton of space in order for it to actually be a thing. Like there's so many considerations that still need to be made. And people never really answered the question, do people want an EV or do people want a Tesla? And I don't think that question was never really answered. And it seems to me like not everybody that wanted a Tesla has a Tesla now. And so like it's just not, the demand just isn't there,
Yeah, I mean I saw that. I saw some articles and stuff saying that EVs have prices have plummeted. There's oversupply of them right now, and nobody's buying them. So prices might continue to drop. So they might try to pull some manipulation to get people to buy them or something. Maybe the price being low will get people get the people who wanted those cars to finally buy them. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Also, like America's losing kind of big on it compared to China right now, I think. And so I think there's gonna be a point where I think they're just gonna like be like, all right, China, y'all can have it, because I don't know, the lead's gonna be too big.
You're afraid of China. I sense it.
I'm not afraid of China at all.
Afraid of China, man. Did
No,
you
dude.
see? Did you
I would
see?
go work for a Chinese company if I wanted to.
But you're afraid.
I'm not afraid, bro. I'm just acknowledging reality.
Yeah, I'm just seeing the Caitlin Clark. She's making 300 bands a year for that in the NBA. Whatever her $5 million contract.
No, she's making $75K a year. Her 4-year contract is worth 300, but she got a 8-figure endorsement deal from Nike, so she's good.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, there's no way. I was like, wait, she's making nothing in the WNBA, but like, all of her money's gonna have to come from
It's
all the
endorsed.
media. Yeah.
She had the fastest selling jersey in sports history. Like she's a piggy bank for endorsement companies. You know the WNBA operates at a loss. Like it loses tens of millions of dollars a year.
Every year.
Yeah, it's just like a woke thing, so that
Yeah,
the NBA can be like, well, we're progressive or whatever.
it's subsidized by the NBA. Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Abe?
I've known that. I mean, the NBA basically
Yeah,
just.
but how do you feel about it?
I feel they should have lowered the rims.
They should lower the rims.
Should have lowered it to 9 feet. I don't know what the problem
You know,
is. They use a smaller ball anyway, so it's like, if you shoot with the girls' basketball versus a men's basketball, it's like a significant difference. So it's
I think
like,
the problem there.
You ever get those girls' basketballs at Bronson on accident, and you're just like, what the hell is this?
yeah, it's the worst. But I mean, immediately. Like
I
it's
think
either
they
Go ahead.
can't lower the rims because like when you think about grassroots basketball, like playgrounds and middle schools and high schools, like they don't have the ability, like they don't have the infrastructure to raise and lower the rim. So then basically you'd send them to college or the pros shooting on 9-foot rims for the first time, and it would just be all fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the main reason why, in reality, is that's probably hit on the head. I never thought about that, but like the logistics of lowering a basketball to every game would suck. But I mean, it would make it a little bit more entertaining. They'd probably maybe be able to dunk. But I guess, yeah, I don't see that ever happening. So I guess that was kind of a dumb. I don't know. Girls basketball, it's like if it's played well, it's like a really good high school basketball game.
Can
Like,
Caitlin Clark dunk?
Hell no.
hell no.
She's just Steph Curry. She's amazing to watch though. She's like I actually like tuned in for her. She's legit.
I never watched her play. I never had any interest in watching it. So I was like, whatever. Okay. I understand why somebody else might want to watch it, but like, I was like, it's not for me.
Yeah, I mean, sports to me is tough to watch anything. I feel like now with gambling in sports, it's like it's so bad that it's like super rigged way more.
How about that? Did you guys see Jonte Porter, the Raptors player, got banned for life from the NBA today?
Yeah, what's going on with the sports scandal stuff? Is it just like is it that gambling is starting to devour sports and it's just turning it corrupt? Is that what happened with that one Japanese
Wait,
baseball player?
who got banned from the NBA for life?
There's a couple of things. There's a player on the Raptors. He was banned from the NBA for life today because he was betting on games, and like they figured out like he was like missing shots on purpose and he had somebody else betting his over unders, and he got cracked. So he's doing shit from his own account. So he cracked FanDuel for $20K, and then he was making like $3 million a year. And now he's banned for life, so he's a fucking moron. And then the Shohei Ohtani thing is just his translator had a huge gambling problem because that can happen in that part of the world. And then
Japanese people have huge gambling issues. Like all Asian cultures actually have really bad gambling problems. That's like their number one vice.
Yeah,
we're about to have that too, though.
No, for them, I think it's something cultural, or it's something like they're just like super into gambling. I don't understand it.
Gambling is gambling. It's the worst disease. It's the worst thing it's like the worst drug in all reality.
Yeah.
I think I did a stream. I don't know. I took it down. I don't know if I chopped it up. I never chopped it up, but it's still somewhere. Well, I was snapping about the whole gambling, what's going on with people just doing the sports betting, the FanDuels and all that, thinking that it's a game, and it's just getting people addicted and sucked into it. Is just a really bad. You think it's a habit, but it turns into like something really dangerous that you could really ruin your life with. So I just think we're gonna continue to see it as people are pushing gambling like no other right now. Super dangerous.
I feel like I feel like legalizing sports gambling was a huge mistake in general, because you're pretty much, I think eventually it's gonna get so big that it's gonna ruin sports.
I mean, I saw Kevin Durant one time tweeted saying like, "Yo, you guys get so mad when I like don't get your parlays or I don't make X, Y, and Z. So they're aware of what the fuck's going on. You know, even if the guy who won the Raptors was just a dummy and used his own account, I can almost guarantee you that more other players, like they know what they have to do.
All the ones that aren't. Imagine all the ones that aren't doing that.
Yeah,
Or like
well,
that aren't stupid enough to use their own account. Like that's just the guy that got caught. Like, he was like stupid enough to actually get caught.
yeah,
So
exactly.
like imagine what else is corruption's going on. It's probably like it's all gonna be WWE soon if they don't like. This should need. I don't know. There needs to be like some type of reform, I guess.
It's just getting started. That's the worst part. It's just getting started. So it's like I don't see them stopping it. It's too big already for them to stop. You know, like it's I can't believe how fast it went from being like underground, you got to know a bookie and you got to do this weird things to bet, to now like, you know, my girlfriend downloaded the app and now she's betting with me. It's like I saw those stories. I'm like, what the hell? Like she has no idea
This is
what's
billions
worse.
of dollars. I mean, it's like the weed industry. Look how quickly that went from their, being illegal to a dispensary on every fucking block. It's the same concept. Once there's billions of dollars involved, that industry is just gonna skyrocket.
Yeah, now the tax money that's coming in from that stuff, like they're never gonna get rid of it. 'Cause, like now the tax revenues, every state government probably took out loans, factoring that revenues from gambling onto their books or whatever. So I don't know if that even
I
matters,
think the
honestly,
economy
anymore.
is toast because everyone gambled their money away. I think that a lot of people put their money and they're broke right now, and you know, it's just like it's not a factor that you can measure because it's so new. But I think, and I don't think that they would want to
It's
measure
probably
this
like
right
Abe,
now.
it's probably like literally just you.
I don't gamble. I've never placed a bet in my life.
You never went to a casino.
It's a little bit different than sports gambling when you can do it from your phone. Like now they have stake. I don't know if you guys know what stake.com is. Stakes.
You've never placed like a FanDuel or
Never.
uh
Never.
I don't think I've ever done that either. I've just like bet with you guys on the group chat. I've never actually like gone out of my way to join one of those sites.
Yeah, I've never done that. So nobody tried to sign me up to get your fucking $20, bro. Chill out, everybody.
I did it for a little when it first came out because I'm like, oh, finally this is cool. And then I realized how much you get cracked, so I just stopped.
Exactly, and you had the
What do
willpower
you mean
to
how much
stop.
you get cracked?
It's just like the lines are never in your favor. Like even on a even game like 50-50, it's still like a a minus 105. So it's like, I don't know. The math just does not make sense. They take you to the cleaners every time.
There's a reason why they got a shiny city in the middle of a fucking wasteland. You know what I mean? This is like because they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Exactly.
Like those people who are like the people who set the odds. It's kind of scary how often they get everything correctly. Like they're able to predict the exact trajectory of fucking games. It's nuts. You know what I mean? Like they'll say like Michigan is like +7, and it'll actually be the fucking game. It'll actually be fucking +7.
Yeah, it's just like yeah, they're good at it. Like, and sometimes the thing with lines though, they're not always like representative of like truly the amount of point difference that's expected, but sometimes it's done to encourage action. So like instead of like a 1 point favorite, they'll make you a 2.5 point favorite just to like get the hook on someone. So they play their game.
But then they'll change the line like right when it's time to like actually like for the shit like when people are gonna put like right before the game starts or some shit, right?
I mean, most people bet way before the game starts, but the line can move. Like if somebody gets injured in the week leading up to the game, the line will shift, or somebody comes back healthy.
Like
or,
the mathematicians they have, in Vegas and the odds and all that, it's like the best of the best who are doing this. So when people say, oh, it's rigged, no, you have guys who are literally there calculating every scenario and they know all the information from the teams before, like anything going on with the team, they know.
Yeah, and it's also like they price the lines on what can make them the most money. Like, hey, if we put 6.5 out there, we're gonna get so much action for the favorite. And they'll run that strategy. Like, all right, so we'll make all these games. All we need is like 2 of these 6 underdogs to cover, and we're gonna make a shit ton of money.
Yeah, they probably got like some fucking crazy ass like PhD statisticians out there doing all types of shit, crunching numbers for them.
It's exactly what it is. So I don't know, the whole gambling thing. Like I can see players now. Like I didn't even know about the guy getting banned from the NBA or the baseball player, but like I can see that happening so much more now. Or it's gonna be like. It's going to be happening behind the scenes. It probably already is happening, but it's just going to be more and more like and for the NBA to ban a player that's cool and all, but like
The problem with that is like the NBA has sponsorship deals with these gambling sites like FanDuel.
Exactly. So
It's like you either have to separate yourself from it and not take that money, you know what I mean, or you just kind of look.
no, they will never do
Yeah.
that at this point. They're not going to do that. They're going to continue to
Yeah.
like. That's why they have to ban the guy for life, and they have to put this big thing about he only made 20,000, but we're going to ban him for life for doing something like that. Kind of stupid. The guy was a moron too. I didn't even know, but he's a fucking moron.
He's so stupid, and he made so many mistakes. Like he's an absolute idiot. The Otani thing was just that his translator had access to all his bank accounts and was gambling like crazy and racked up like a $5 million gambling debt. And
why would you give your translator access to your bank accounts? I don't understand that.
I don't know, man. I think
he was in on it.
I think he was in on it, and they needed him to take the fall. Personally,
yeah, he's like a fucking Japanese like fucking icon. He's like the most.
Yeah, he's like Michael Jordan over there times 10.
Yeah, he's like literally like I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it, bro. Like it's nuts. Yeah. So like that's what I thought too. Is like, wait, this sounds like way too suspicious. Like, oh, his translator, right? That's so interesting that his translator has so much pull with him.
All right, boys, I gotta hop. See you guys next week.
All right, I'm gonna make sure that there's gonna be no more issues moving forward, and we're gonna have some things lined up here in the coming up. We're gonna get those people who are or whatever. We're gonna figure some stuff out.
24 hours.
All right, 24 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna do a show tomorrow because I gotta get in rotation. I have to I gotta get this back going. All right.
I like this.
Yep. So yeah, we have some good decent clips of you, Alpha. We're gonna use this stream to train the Alpha bot. We started late. We had decent topics right now, but I have to get more. We got to get this more fluid. And I had a long.
Bro? It's you that needs to get it more fluid.
Yeah, it's me. I had a long ass day today. Like I literally nonstop from the minute I woke up till now. Like I was on the move. So right when I got here, I had to eat a sandwich real quick, and while I was setting the stream, while I was eating the sandwiches, so that's why I was delayed, and then we had many problems. We'll try to fix those hiccups up, man. What are you gonna do this next couple of days?
I gotta finish out my semester. So there's a lot of basically I'm doing school as my primary after work focus type shit until May 5th is my last day, and then I got a 3-week break, and then it's right back.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's close out the season. We'll do like 17 shows from May 5th. I want to mark that down.
Right. And I'm right back to the grind, probably even more intense than before actually. Starting on May 28th, so the day after Labor Day or Memorial Day or whatever the day is called.
The season,
May 28th.
The season finale is probably going to be May 31st for season 2. Okay, let's see. Well, if we got you, so then that's good. So May 4th, we'll have like a little celebration for you May 4th or that coming up Alpha Wednesday, and then we'll try to kick some things off. We'll have a big May, but we're going to close out April good. I have a couple shows I'm going to try to line up, and we're going to have some, we're going to start on time. We're going to have things more fluid moving forward. We've been it's an hour and 45. We probably really had about an hour and 20 minutes of dialogue. The first 20 were gassed. So yeah, this will be a good little mini episode. I'm about to take care of some other business right now. I might do a solo stream here in a second, or I might do some work on the stream or some shit. We'll see what we're gonna do right now. But unless you want to keep going, I might just close it out right now.
Yeah, I gotta log off because I gotta go to sleep soon. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. All right, good Wednesday. Good Wednesdays.